attention. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Let's make this happen. Okay. I said this was going to happen. I gave this warning early on this year. Everybody that was cheering for Trump to be arrested, that whole stuff where Trump was being prosecuted in Georgia, where he was on the defense. I remember saying this, and I know I'm not wrong. I know I'm correct. I know I'm right. I said, you better hope this DA is squeaky clean. You better hope that nothing blows up in your face, liberals. And I got a lot of pushback. And the internet censorship doesn't help out either. But I remember, I said this was going to happen. Fani Willis is disqualified from prosecuting Trump election case. Appeals court rules. This just happened today. Breaking news on Hard Lens Media. So if you guys want to see a CNN meltdown, see, this is why I love my audience. Sometimes you send me private message, be like, hey, Kit, look at this. Look what I found. And to which I have to say, well done, my scout. Well done indeed. I try and keep an eye on that's why sometimes when I'm looking like this or this, I'm keeping an eye on my monitors. But when you capture my eyeball, let's watch a CNN meltdown.
We begin this hour with breaking news just into CNN. The Georgia prosecutor leading the state's election interference case against President-elect Donald Trump is now disqualified. CNN's Caitlin Polance is here with more. Caitlin, what can you tell us about this? This is just coming in the last several minutes. This is a big development.
A big development, and a big development that Donald Trump has wanted for a long time. That case against him in Georgia, the criminal case where it's accusing him and several others of a racketeering conspiracy related to the 2020 election, it's already been paused. Now it's not even backburnered. This is.
Hey, listen. And here's the thing. When I said that Democrats, you better hope that this DA is squeaky clean, that there will be no problems. So many people said to me, well, not progressives, not libertarians, not even Trumpers. I had liberals say to me, oh, you're a Trump supporter. You're a Trump supporter. No, because I found this entire lawfare against Trump to be one big waste of time. I only can listen. I only can imagine what Trump was. Maybe he didn't care. Like, there's a very good chance he just didn't care because he's been to court so many times. Like, it's like water off a duck's back. I think I'd be ripping my eyeballs out, all the stuff that he was dealing with the elect. Not to mention running for president. But I said, hey, you better hope this all works out, because if Trump walks out, he's coming right back after all of you. I said this. But Hard Lens Media, you're Trump supporters. No. It's just looking at all these lawsuits against it. It wasn't going to add up. It wasn't going to stop. It wasn't going to change his voters' minds. He profited off the mugshot that boosted his support. You morons. Vote blue no matter who. I'm going to give you my Logan Roy quote. I love you, but you are not serious people.
Is a case that will be dead in the water, because the Georgia Court of Appeals is now saying that Fani Willis, the leader of the prosecution against Donald Trump, the district attorney in Fulton County, Georgia, she should be disqualified from being able to bring that case. The Georgia Court of Appeals is saying that it's a significant appearance of impropriety caused by the conduct of a public prosecutor. That is Willis, how she behaved, how she was speaking about the case, about Trump publicly, about how she was having a relationship with the top prosecutor that was concealed in this, a man named Nathan Wade. All of that previously, the trial level judge had looked at and said, Fani Willis can stay on this case. We're not dismissing the indictment, but the Court of Appeals is now taking another look and saying, no, the trial judge was wrong. Fani Willis should be disqualified from continuing to lead this case. It would be a long process, or it will be a long process, to replace her, which is why I say this case is dead in the water now without Fani Willis, the person who was leading this case against Donald Trump in Fulton County. And just to keep tabs on how many cases there are against Donald Trump criminally, the other two in federal court, January 6th, and classified documents, those are dismissed. And then the additional case.
It all comes crashing down. And I said, hey, there's a possibility, Democrats, all these cases you're getting against Trump are going to poof, be like a fart in the wind and disappear. And they're not going to hold anything. I said this was going to happen. And listen, right now, listen, listen. If your vote blue, no matter who friend is crying right now, just pat them on the back and be like, there, my friend. There. Don't cry. Because so many people put their eggs in one basket. And remember, it's corporate media that said, oh, the walls are closing in on Trump. The walls are closing in on Trump. And he got a ladder, climbed out. Now he's on the next floor. Oh, the walls are closing in. The walls are closing in. Found a rope, climbed out. The walls are closing in. The walls are closing in. Oh, he found a jetpack. Boop, flew out. Tell me, liberals, was it worth it to do all this? And look, I don't know how Trump put up with it, but all these cases against him. Let's have democracy in the chat. Do you think Trump's going to come back after the people who put him through all this mess this year? Type 1 for nah, Kit. Nah, that ain't going to happen. A type 2. Vengeance is the watchword. Despair his enemies. I wonder how many twos are going to be in the chat here, folks. And listen, the answer's 2. Look, surprise, surprise. The answer's 2, my lovelies. The answer's 2.
In New York City, where he was set to be sentenced, that sentencing is now not happening. So as Donald Trump enters the presidency, each of these courts that is handling a criminal case is essentially removing that issue from him to have to deal with in any period of time in the near future.
All right, Kaylin Polans. Thanks for that added perspective. Let me bring in CNN.
Now, hold on. We got a couple other things here, too. And again, this is where my audience comes in. Because when you guys and gals just chip in, I mean, it's just like, it's so humbling and it's so beautiful. So let's go ahead and pull up this next video here from our friends at ABC News. The mouse is sad.
The Georgia Court of Appeals disqualifying Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis from her prosecution of President-elect Trump and his co-defendants in the election interference case tied to events after the 2020 election. However, the indictment against Trump still stands. Executive editorial producer John Santucci joins me now for more. So
you can't make this up.
You can't make this stuff up. You walked in and said,
hold on. I have a viewing audience member who donated $5. Snork, Y2K tipped $5 on Rumble. I'm on winter vacation and I only get to watch live on vacation. Well, enjoy your vacation. And hey, what a time to tune in. Trump survives another legal case. His defense, his Roman shields withstood. The tortoise tactic worked.
I've got another bit of breaking news for you.
Yeah.
What's the latest?
This is
on
my
it?
Christmas gift to you.
Yeah,
Clearly,
thanks.
Phil, no problem. But listen, this is really remarkable. So let's bring everybody's minds back to months ago, right? Fulton County, Georgia. Remember that cannot miss TV of Fani Willis, the DA there, and her chief deputy, Nathan Wade, who she had a romantic relationship among,
which is something that was a no bueno.
Some period of time testifying about that relationship because Donald Trump and his defense team, along with the other 18 defendants in that case, all said, wait a second. You cannot have this relationship. They were, putting Nathan Wade on the books. He was a special assistant district attorney. This is all improper. So what happened in the original court ruling is that the judge basically gave DA Willis an option, said, look, Nathan Wade's got to go or you and your office have to go. What happened? She made a decision. She got rid of Nathan Wade. Trump's team turned around and said, not good enough.
Right.
We want you all to go. The Court of Appeals took up that case. The Court of Appeals has now ruled. And what the court has said, Phil, in their ruling is that there was no other option but to disqualify the district attorney to restore public confidence. Now, process-wise, what does that mean?
Right.
That means that the DA and the DA's office, the Fulton County District Attorney's office, is completely removed from this case. Does not mean the case goes away. Georgia has a policy that when this happens, basically goes to a board of other DAs, and they decide on another office in the counties around Fulton that would pick it up. So another district attorney would then take the case. But Fani Willis, who campaigned on this, who said that, she was going to make it her mission to, get Donald Trump.
That's a thing that never happened. We're going to pause here. Think about the amount of political capital that was wasted on this. Think about the amount of energy, the waste of time. Time is key here, folks. Time that was wasted on this ridiculous, and dare I say it, frivolous case. All right? Now, yes, there's a lot to question about election integrity in this country, but show of hands. With the fact that we don't really have that much election integrity in this nation, and I only say this because of a Chicago perspective, okay? Because I'm used to voters, no pun intended, votes disappearing. It's just what was going on in Georgia. I mean, it's happening in every single other state, but see, the thing is, it calls into question, did the Democrats ever have a case to begin with? How much time, effort, and energy and resources were wasted on this? We could have been covering bigger stories, but the biggest thing from it is that how Trump was able to capitalize on this and use it to his advantage. That mugshot could have destroyed any other politician, but it didn't destroy Trump. It didn't. It couldn't.
Trying to overturn the results of the 2020 election, completely removed.
Well,
it is a stunning victory.
If I remember
Donald Trump.
correctly, that was a problem too. She campaigned on the issue, and they brought that up.
100%, and it only fueled the defense's argument here.
So let me just ask you, because there are people.
Me, former action guy, myself and I, hey, former action guy. Not in my books. You will always be the action guy. The Liberate kit. I mean, they sent everyone on a wild goose chase while they did whatever they wished. That is very true. They did. Look, it all. And hold on. Barnes Homestead, this one's for you. But Wump Orange, man, bad. Just bad.
People who pled guilty, who pleaded guilty already. What happens to them?
It really raises a lot of questions on the process now, because basically a new DA will take the case and the new DA would decide what to do.
And there's a chance that the new DA is looking at this and saying, I don't think I want this. Now, again, not a lawyer, not involved in legal aspects of anything, but if I was a new DA coming in, Trump's becoming president, I'm just trying to think what Kit Cabello would do, right? And I'm thinking, okay, I'm inheriting this mess. I really don't want to do this. Menalita writes, they didn't want to prosecute Trump for his actual crimes of insider trading, grift, and abusing his office for profit because Nancy and all the other people are doing the same thing. Oh, the answer is correct. The answer is correct. And Flex Diggs says, it's a kangaroo court.
Now, in theory, if you've already made a deal, the deals would hold. But if you're a defendant, you could possibly switch it up. The whole thing could go away. Look at what's happened on the federal level with the Trump cases brought by special counsel Jack Smith, the documents and the 2020 efforts to overturn the election. Both of those have gone up in smoke. So if you're Trump and the other defendants saying, okay, now everybody's thrown off the case. The DA that was running the show just got thrown out of the movie theater. So maybe let's see what happens.
At the very least, raise your hand and say, hey, let's look at this again, right?
Totally.
I mean, that's what's happening.
It is an unbelievable change of events. And again, when you think about what's going on with Donald Trump right now, right? The way that he even said recently, everyone's trying to be my friend. Right. People are coming down to Mar-a-Lago to see him. These cases were the thing that everybody thought would take Donald Trump out. they're just going away.
Well, every time everybody says this is what's going to take.
Oh, CNN, MSNBC, ABC. You guys are saying this was going to take down Trump. Now everyone sees that Trump went away and be like, hey, man, we're always your buddy, your pal. We love you. You know, not to be a jerk here, but I think there's going to be a lot of liberals who are going to be outside Mar-a-Lago trying to protest Trump during Christmas. And I think he's just going to have himself one hell of a Merry Christmas, man. Okay? Because, you know, people are also bringing up, it wasn't a waste kit. A lot of lawyers made some money off of it. I'm like, oh, okay. Not going to argue there. But Trump won. Bigly.
Donald Trump out. It doesn't.
Stronger and stronger. It is remarkable.
Yeah. Well, all right. John Santucci.
Yes. And so now you could hear him somewhere out there in the ether. Somewhere out there, you're hearing in a howl in the wind. That's a liberal crying, okay? That's a liberal crying right now because of just what is going on. Holy cow. Breaking news from Hardlands Media, folks. But I said this was going to happen. I gave this warning. I said very clearly, liberals, you better hope that Trump, the person going after Trump, is squeaky clean. You better hope that they dot every I and cross every T. You better hope that they know what they're doing. Because if not, a trouble will come a knocking.